Good morning, one and all. So today we are going to discuss about microwave measurements. This is a topic in microwave engineering. I am T. Gayatri, an associate professor in Department of EC in KGT College of Engineering and Technology. So let us go through microwave measurements. For microwave measurements, we require a microwave bench setup. The microwave bench setup has the first block as signal generator. This can be a klystron signal generator or a gun oscillator. It can be a klystron oscillator or a gun oscillator. So the next block of microwave signal generator is isolator. As we have discussed in ferrite devices, we understood that an isolator will transfer the wave from only one port to another port 1 to port 2. The reverse direction of the wave is blocked or the attenuated. The next block is variable attenuated. The next block of variable attenuator is flap attenuator, which provides additional attenuation. After the attenuation blocks, we have a frequency meter. After the frequency meter, we have a slotted section. After the slotted section, we will have a detector mount. Which can be further connected to a VSWR meter or a CRO for measurement purpose. So coming to the first block, microwave signal generator, which is a continuous wave signal, a square wave modulated signal, modulated with 1 kilo of frequency. So such signal we will take as for the signal generator. It can be a klystron oscillator or a gun oscillator. So microwave signal is generated from this signal, from this block. The next block is isolator. So what isolator does? It will transfer the signal which is generated by the signal generator, microwave signal generator, till the end. And if any reflected wave is coming, the isolator will block the wave because the reflected wave will touch the signal generator and the signal generator will get damaged. So we will use an isolator which will send only the signal only in one direction, that is port 1 to port 2. The next block is variable attenuator. We know that microwave signal generators generate high power signals. So we have to attenuate such signals. So we require a variable attenuator and a flap attenuator for additional attenuation purposes. Otherwise, it may damage the load. After the variable attenuation and flap attenuation, we'll have a frequency meter which will measure the microwave frequency or whatever modulation we are doing, such frequency is measured by the frequency meter. Then we have a slotted line section. The slotted line section is an important section for the measurement of VSWR, impedance measurements and many other microwave measurements. We require slotted line section, which is very important block of microwave bench setup. So after the slotted section, we'll have a detector mount which is like a demodulator. So here the modulated wave, square modulated wave is generated and that is demodulated there at the detector mount, and the detector mount can be further connected to VSWR meter or a CRO for the further measurement purposes. So this is our microwave bench setup. Now, in our subject, in the microwave engineering subject, we have some measurements like power. What measurements we'll do? We'll measure the measurements available in this subject are power. For power less than 1 kilowatt of power, for less than 1 kilowatt of power, which is very low power signal, we have two techniques. Very low power signal, we have two techniques. The thermocouple sensor and Schottky diode. That is, to measure a microwave signal which is having a very low power which is less than 1 kilowatt, we require a thermocouple setup or a Schottky diode measurement setup for measuring such signal. And for the medium power which is having less than 10 kilowatt, we use a bolometer technique. This is a medium power signal, so in microwaves, to measure such medium power signal, we require bolometer.